Hey everyone, it's Mark here from SnowOnly. I just wanted to do a quick video. Um, we spoke to Ian from the Ski podcast in our last, let's say, webinar. We discussed the impact of the 2030 Olympics in France and how that was kind of going to change the landscape of the infrastructure around the Alps. And at the time, we maybe thought that all the infrastructure was in place. But actually, Ian just sent me a really interesting article that I think would be interesting to people that are considering buying and see the impact that these things are going to make. I think this kind of stuff is important in people buying properties and the way we move forward and show that there's money being put into place and how we can improve ski areas for buyers, for sellers' appreciation of their property, and for buyers obviously moving forward to see that things are happening. So what I want to just quickly show you here is this is a website. That's La Plagne. The lady is Jen, so feel free to go and have a look and follow the updates on here. But there is a new Aime La Plagne gondola, how the 106 million lift could transform ski holidays by 2029, just in time for the ski Olympics in 2030. So I'll give you a quick run through of it. Is Aime getting a new gondola to La Plagne? Let's just move down a bit. After more than 40 years of discussions, the mayors of Aime La Plagne and La Plagne Tarentaise have unveiled plans for a brand new gondola lift that could connect the Aime train station directly to the heart of La Plagne by autumn 2029, just in time for the 2030 Olympics. At a recent public meeting in Mako, local officials, regional representatives, and the study group ahead shared a detailed plan. The route is either a direct lift from Ain Station to La Plagne or with a stop at La Roche by the bobsleigh track to connect outlying villages like Charmette and, I can't pronounce that one. You can read it though. Villages which ironically aren't even properly served by buses now. So the capacity is the gondola cabins with 10 seats moving up to 2,600 people per hour. There are the times that obviously transfer. Some local information: expect a 15-minute waiting at peak times and when they are open. That is really the outlook. This is quite interesting. Will people really use it? The plan aims to integrate the people workers, mountain and valley, not just tourists. It's forecast to save 390,000 people in its first year, growing to 540,000 by year 10. As a benchmark, Les Arcs funicular lift carried around 600,000 passengers in 2024. So at the moment, it's really just about funding. We can move down here a little bit. How much will it cost and who is paying? Here's the headline figure: 106 million total investment, 64 million for the lift system, 28 million for stations and parking, 2 million for road access and improvements, and 12 million for management studies and risk assessment. You can read about obviously how it's going to be funded. But I think the main thing is here's what it's planned for. Again, a little bit of an extra read. Please feel free to go in it. So the timeline essentially to watch is autumn 29, planned opening just in time for the Winter Olympics. But it is subject to a public vote in the spring of 2026. It's the residents who will decide if this goes ahead. So will it really happen? I guess it's down to these people here. I think for me, let's just come back to the main screen. So please feel free. Let me just put it in there so we're not. That's THATS laplagne.com. Please feel free to kind of go and follow Jen and have a look on the updates, as she is obviously in La Plagne. I think for us, in terms of a property portal advising ski buyers, I always like to see the infrastructure going in. I think it obviously aids the area, faster list system, quicker list system, more tourists in resorts, because obviously a lot of people, when they're buying property, base a lot of things on capital appreciation and a return of investment. And if the infrastructure is put into place, then obviously that return of investment gets higher, because you can get more people through the doors, and essentially then prices go up on ski property. Based on the impact of obviously what that happens on the Olympics, it's great to see that there's infrastructure being put in place for that. So anyone that is considering buying now, obviously when those things are approved and things are moving forward, generally price goes up in those resorts. So if you are considering purchasing around places where they are going to have the Olympics in 2030, that is a really good consideration for some appreciation of your property. La Plagne would be a great start. So if I come across anything else like this, I will of course let you all know. But thank you very much for Jen for pointing this out. And hopefully it's a start of many of these things to come to light pre the 2030 Olympics. Thanks for listening. Cheers. Bye.